We're talking about elevating the voices of Black Americans in a very historical location that is predominantly enjoyed not always by people of color. For us to be able to come into this space and to be able to be highlighted this way, while also giving other people a passive opportunity to unpack their own prejudices, biases, or lack of understanding, or to build on their current knowledge, I just think is something that's super powerful.
It started with 20 original artists and it is expanded into 30. Each person has their own lane, and some people protested, some people rioted. A lot of artists are introverts, don't really know how to express themselves, so we wanted to allot them the opportunity to express themselves, but like to be heard and to be seen, because a lot of artists make art that most people never ever see. We didn't want that to be the case this time.
In my art, I always pay tribute to my culture as an indigenous Yoruba woman. Oya is the Orisha, or goddess of death, rebirth, destruction, change. Many times we don't see indigenous spiritualities in a modernized text, which makes people believe that they have died off or that they are no longer existent. Bringing it to like a very relevant context, I feel like makes it more immediate and nearer for people to realize that these things still go on. People still, interact with these ideologies. People still interact with their ancestral spirits.
My piece is the Empathize With You and Them mural located in Denver Civic Center Park. Every Human is a project that encourages not only empathy and consideration among humans, but it also works to help us find the common denominators that exist between all of us. And I hope that in this project, I can encourage people to have more empathy, more consideration, and the more that we dive into that, we can start to see the positive change that we would really like to see.
My son being born into a position that he has no control over, but with all of that, he's still born equipped with all that he needs to survive, with all the magic that he needs to create and to be anything that he needs to be in this world. So this piece really is just symbolic of how special not only my son is, but how special all little Black boys are, regardless of how the world will try to devalue them.
In the media, Black people are often portrayed as like these very hard, gritty, so strong because of only their pain sort of persona, but we're so much greater than that. And while that is a deep part of our history, I think what is beautiful about all of this, I mean, there was a painting of this beautiful, chunky chocolate baby, and we think about some of the beauty that also is a part of Black culture that is oftentimes underrepresented. And so this is a great opportunity to just shed light on just the beauty that is Blackness, while also having these very serious conversations about the Black experience and encouraging people to think more intrinsically about their impact on that experience.
I'm basically down here today making a piece called Peel Me Back. Essentially, it's two bananas. You got a brown banana, yellow banana. Essentially, you peel them back, same contents on the inside. And that's how we should all look at each other. I had someone talk about my skin color. I think I was in 4th grade. And a little kid, I can't remember, we were on the playground, I don't know, I made him mad, and he was like, well, that's why you're a nigger. And I was like, well, you know, you're a nigger. And he was like, I can't be a nigger, I'm white. And I was just like, why not? You know, in my mind, I'm thinking like, well, the word is not necessarily describing my color, I thought it's describing ignorance. So that's when I realized, like, oh, okay, this is an attack against my skin color. I was young too at the time. I mean, I was like 9, so it was like, I don't know, it was a weird situation for me.
we're grieving the loss of people who look like us and who look like people that we love and that we adore and that we value. And, you know, while vandalism is not always okay, I get it. And people were really hurting and they were feeling a lot of pain. And while it's not necessarily the best approach, but it's also protest. So what is the right way to protest? What I appreciate about something like creating a mural is it's a much more long thought out process. And so when you think about the juxtaposition of this like very intense anger, I think what we have here is a much more thoughtful way of expressing expressing the true sentiment of what we feel. And so I think it's important. I think the change that we're wanting to see in this revolution that we're wanting to push forward, I think it is a very emotional time. And I think the contrast of them both really gives you a true picture of the process, and that it is a process and it is not immediate change. It is a marathon. And this is the start of what will probably become a wide range of artwork expressing similar ideas. And so I'm really grateful to IRL Gallery, Rob the Art Museum, the city of Denver for allowing this to be possible, and just all of the artists who continue to push every single day to be able to challenge the general public into making and creating positive change.